3 seasons ago, West Ham were relegation fodder, but now we've made them Premier League champions. That's not enough. I want the one trophy that this club has never won in its history, the Champions League. And look, I know how insane it sounds. Even a club like Arsenal during the era they dominated the Premier League never managed to crack the Champions League. But over these 3 seasons, we have built an incredible team. Players like Petrovic in goal, Lenny Yoro at the back, William Power from the academy, and of course the cult hero Jared Bowen. Besides that, the board are backing us this season with 154 million. But here's the thing though, this is going to be my final season at West Ham. My contract as the manager will be expiring, and I do not plan to renew it. That's because we have some bigger projects to work on after this. So with West Ham, it's indeed now or never. We either win the Champions League this season, or we walk away with regret knowing what we could have achieved. Not gonna lie boys, conquering Europe with West Ham does sound like a daunting task, but I guess we gotta be a bit more confident. After all, we are Premier League champions, and I do think if we are smart with our recruitment strategy, we can really take this team to the next level. For one player that we won't have during this process, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just announced that he's retiring from football, and to be honest, he's 37. He just helped a club like West Ham win the Premier League. This is the perfect time for him to hang up the boots. So I guess thank you, KDB. But sadly, there's no time for us to rue his departure. We gotta focus on building this team without him. And honestly, since our main focus is the Champions League, I do think a tactical shift is in order. You see, now that we've got a proper number 9 like Voldemort, we need to build a system where he's getting a lot of service. And sadly, this 4-3-3 system is good for like quick passing, build-up play, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be good to get Voldemort into the box in those dangerous situations. And I think to win the Champions League, going with something like a 4-2-1-3 formation could be a great idea. I know this looks like a really defensive approach, but come on, man. The Champions League is such a brutal competition. In the knockouts, one mistake and you could be out, and I want to prevent that. Having 2 CDMs, but right now we've got Edson Alvarez for that role. I'm absolutely not convinced with him. We need to go for a big CDM to partner with William Power. Not just that, even a great cam could be huge for this team, because James Maddison, I think we could look for a more dynamic player in that position, and I think 156 million should be good to strengthen those 2 areas. Now, I already have a certain player on my shortlist, but before I reveal who that is, we gotta reward our best players from last season, starting with, of course, the best moment of the season. I mean, lifting that Premier League trophy itself was like a huge moment, but if you remember Jared Bowen coming back to the club, scoring a diving header, that was such a lovely goal. But I would say, again, it was a defensive moment, this time from Lenny Yoro with a crucial challenge against Man City, and literally right after that we scored and won the game. That was title defining, and so I think we gotta give the best moment to Lenny Yoro. And this might be really good for our team because he's got no playstyle somehow. Well, not anymore, because we are giving him the Intercept Plus playstyle, but now the big award, player of the season. Again, Lenny Yoro deserves a shout. Petrovic as well. He made so many crazy saves, but in a lot of the key moments he ended up picking injuries, so I don't think I can give him the award. But you know what, I think Petrovic never had a chance, because we had Jared Bowen in his comeback season, the return of the prince. Game after game he scored, and that is why without a doubt he is your player of the episode. And with that, Jared Bowen now has 2 playstyles plus, finesse shot plus, and rapid plus that we've just given him. Perfect in our quest to try and win the Champions League. But there it is, boys, the player I want to bring to West Ham. I'm sure you guys knew at some point I had my eyes on pulling this off. Declan Rice. I think you guys knew the moment we went to that formation with 2 CDMs that I would love to have Declan Rice in there. And bro, you look at his stats, he's much more than a CDM. He can get forward as well. Very similar to William Power that we have. He's kind of Rice's regen, and seeing those 2 together would be kind of poetic. And now that we're Premier League champions, I think Declan Rice would want to come back home. Because he's 29, could we get away with, say, an 80 million pound offer? Well, no, they want 109 million. And it's Pep Guardiola who's the Arsenal boss. Well, Pep, I hope you can let me have Declan Rice for 90 million. Okay, 94.8. You know what? I don't want to annoy Pep. Let's get the deal done. I'm about to do something really fun here. I do want to give Declan Rice a wage bump, but nothing too crazy. He's already earning a lot. But just to make this West Ham deal a bit sweeter, we're going to offer him 230,000 and £1. I don't know if this is going to work, man. This is hilarious. And it actually did work. Looks like the extra pound came in clutch.
Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. £1 fish. Have a look. £1 fish.
But there you go. Declan Rice back at West Ham. Who would have thought when we were managing this club who was in the relegation zone that one day we would be able to bring back one of the best CDMs in the world? But oh man, defensively now, this team looks absolutely ridiculous. By the way, a few things we need to change. William Power, as good as a captain he's been, I want the armband with Jared Bowen. Also, by the way, if you thought I was going to be playing super defensive football with this system, you're wrong. We're going to have Declan Rice in this box crasher role, which means he is going to be making crazy runs into the attack, helping out the team. William Power is going to be the one responsible for keeping things under control. But now the big decision that we've got to make, what do we do with the cam position? Who can we bring in? Oh, wait a minute, there's an unexpected event? Chavez has had enough of sitting on the bench. The 18-year-old demands to be a starter this season. He believes he's good enough. Oh my days, Reiko has already submitted a transfer request. I don't want him leaving, bro. Apart from William Power, he was the next big talent to come through our academy. Can he even play in the cam position? Because I just converted him to a cam and he lost an overall. This is how our team would look if we decided to trust Chavez. To be honest, like quality-wise, in the latter stages of the Champions League, I feel we could get cooked. But I don't want Chavez to leave. Maybe we could meet with a compromise. And that's what I'm doing right now by having a meeting with him. And somehow I've convinced him to extend his contract, but it did come at a price. I promised Chavez that in the Champions League, he will be playing all the league games. I know that sounds crazy because he's only 79 rated, but in the league phase, I think we've got a team good enough to still finish top 8. And it could be a great way to give Chavez one final chance to prove himself that he deserves to be a starter. And then we can make a call in January if we want a bigger superstar in that position. But the time has come. Match day 1, Champions League football. All eyes are, by the way, on one player, Chavez, playing in this cam position for the first time. But yeah, but it's not all about Chavez. We've got a certain Declan Rice who's driving the ball forward. This is what he does. Oh, he couldn't find the pass to Chavez. Monaco on the attack here, looking very dangerous. Lenny Yoro with the block. On paper, guys, we should be dominating Monaco, but that's not what's happening here. Champions League is just different. Okay, maybe we can attack now a bit. Jared Bowen, good touch. I need that run from Wan-Bissaka. It's being made. And Voltamade in the box, winning the header way above the crossbar. Bowen sees the run of Wan-Bissaka. Who's going to look for the cross. Declan Rice's header. That is unbelievable. Our first game in the Champions League. And it's the golden boy who's finally back who gets the goal. And this is precisely why we put the box crasher role on Declan Rice, because he's going to make those runs. Now Somerville looking for Chavez, for Jared Bowen, finding a bit of space. Lovely finish. You now looking for Somerville. One more goal should help seal things. We're going to cut this one back for Voltamade. He should have scored there. I saw a lot of you guys criticize me for selling Castellanos. In the end, it did turn out being the right decision because Voltamade helped us win the Premier League. But when I see misses like that from Voltamade, it does question what's going on. But then again, when he's in these kind of positions to win the ball, and then Somerville can do that. Here he goes. We should have made it 3-0. Full time though, and a solid 2-0 win to start our Champions League campaign. Yo, we just had a Champions League win and suddenly there's bad news. Training injury. Thankfully, it's not Petrovic, man. It always seems to be him, but this time it's Pablo Felipe, so I'm okay. Actually, this is bad. It's an MCL injury. He's out for like 3 months. I am kind of regretting selling Castellanos now, because now the only striker we've got in the team is Voltamade. I mean, there is the option of playing Bowen up top. He can play as a striker. Then maybe Tyler Dibbling on the right, so there is options. Also, I think I need to stop calling him Voltamade. It's Voltamada. I'm just so bad at pronouncing names. But anyways, we do need Voltamada to start performing and scoring goals. Okay, now the Champions League is getting serious. Atletico Madrid. This is what's going to give us a really good idea of where we actually stand. Because, hey, beating clubs like Monaco, that is one thing. But Atletico Madrid, we do this, it puts us in a really good spot to get top 8 as well. Oh, but defensively, it's complete chaos here. We almost conceded there. William Power did brilliantly. Uh-oh, Atletico Madrid on the charge. And, oh, they've missed. Giuliano Simeone, I thought that went in. By the way, you might be noticing the gameplay being a bit different. That's because I'm using a gameplay mod that actually makes the game a lot more realistic and fun to play. Let me know what you guys think. It might be slightly faster paced, but honestly, I'm loving it. Oh, I just made a mistake there. Keeper, please. There you go, Petrovic. Basically, what this mod does is make the AI quite better in terms of attacking. And already I can feel that because they're through with Julian Alvarez, and that's the goal for Atleti. This is where having players like Chavez really ends up costing us, because is the quality really there to compete against the very best in the Champions League? Oh, Voltamade, lovely ball for Jared Bowen, and there's the finish. Hey, so we're Premier League champions. We can now go toe-to-toe with Atleti. Jared Bowen Lovely ball for Voldemade. Could be a big moment, and there you go. Let me just say his name properly, boys. Voldemade. It's so confusing, man. I don't know German.
Nick Woltemade, Germany, Bremen.
But what I do know is that Voldemade is a machine, and looks like we're finally getting him to work. Why are we so open defensively, bro? And oh, we almost conceded. The youth, please get it away. We do. Oh, there's Jared Bowen. I didn't know he's got that in his locker. A couple of tricks here. Looking for a ball inside for Voldemade, and he should have made it 3-1. We've got Declan Rice now in the team. Maybe he's going to bring those haram ball Arsenal tactics for, of course, our team, but maybe not. Literally from our corner, we're being counterattacked. What even is this? Nope. Julian Alvarez. Petrovic, what a save. How do we get opened up so easily again? Somerville. I see that run being made by Diouf. He's going to square this one. Jared Bowen completely open. Brilliant build-up play. Now here's Reiko Chavez. Looking to play the ball for Somerville. That was brilliantly done. Now Somerville looking to keep hold of it. Inside for Voldemade. He tried to get the roof of the net. Couldn't. Chavez looking for Somerville. And I'm really liking this. Across for Voldemade. The header. Oh, that is brilliant. The 6'7" demon. Victory secured against Atletico. Okay, well, everything's going well on the pitch. There's a transfer offer for Lenny Yoro. Wait, it's November. Why is this happening right now? Oh, no way. PSG have come in for him. And because Yoro is French, he wants this deal to go through. Bro, only recently we'd given Lenny Yoro the best moment of the season award. Got him the Intercept Plus. But now that he's improved, he wants to just go off to France. And apparently the West Ham board had a stipulation in his contract that if a big French club came calling, the decision will be in the hands of Lenny Yoro. But regardless, boys, there's no way I'm letting him go for just 47 million. I think we should be getting like at least 55 million for a player like Lenny. That would give us good money to maybe even bring in a replacement. And they're willing to pay it, man. I feel like I'm being robbed. Yoro was so good. Literally put in the tackle that got us the Premier League. And yeah, boys, it looks like Lenny Yoro has signed the deal. He's going to be joining PSG as soon as the window opens. And that kind of changes everything for us. We were thinking maybe we'll go for a cam to replace Chavez. But now that's not going to be an option. All our money now needs to go in for a centre-back. Otherwise, we won't have a team that can compete for the Champions League. Okay, we're now in January. And why have we just completely collapsed in the Premier League? 6th is honestly embarrassing. But okay, we're not too far off from being in the top 4, but we're leagues away from competing for the title. This is an embarrassing title defense, but I guess this is what we signed up for, man. We're seeing the dividends in the Champions League where we are locking in 2nd in the league phase so far. But guys, since Lenny Yoro is gone, we now have Todibo instead of him. We need to sort out that centre-back position soon. Now, I looked through a lot of options, especially in the Premier League, but I couldn't really find a centre-back that would fit our team. But then when I looked in the Serie A, a couple of players here, Buongiorno as well as Bremer, really caught my eye. I think both of them would easily fit our budget. And these are centre-backs that are in their prime. And they know how to defend because, of course, they're playing in one of the most defensive leagues in the world, the Serie A. Now, I am leaning towards Bremer, even though I know he's older. That extra experience could be really clutch in the Champions League. And he's got some crazy play styles as well. The pace is there too. And I can't lie, I'm super surprised that we managed to sign him for under 50 million. Funnily enough, we're still left with 48 million. We've solved the defensive issue of this team, but with that money, we could do something for the cam position as well. Maybe if we sell someone like Loftus-Cheek or Madison, use that extra cash, go big on a cam, that could be the final missing piece of this puzzle. But then also it would mean that Chavez would want to leave. He's made it clear he only wants to be a starter. I'll be honest, Chavez has been decent so far. 6 assists, 4 of them coming in the Champions League. Okay, for now we've got Barcelona in the Champions League. It's not really a threat for our top 8 spot. I think we've got it locked in. But this game could really help me decide whether Chavez is that guy. Oh, and it's a lovely ball for Chavez, who's squaring it for Voldemade. That was brilliant football. There are some things that Chavez does that makes me go like, wow. But also, he's still got a lot to learn. Let's see what he can do. You're looking for Bowen, who's going to chip this one in. Cleared away. As Chavez looking for Somerville. Now seeing Voldemade, and here goes the giant. There's no catching him. Has he got the finish? No, he doesn't. William Power. Looking for Wan-Bissaka, finding a bit of space, striking that one well. I didn't know he had that in his locker. Oh, Lamine Yamal just did the most Lamine Yamal thing. I couldn't stop him there. We are trying to track back here. And Bremer needs to put in a challenge. He can't. And Fermin Lopez through Petrovic. That's the first time I've seen Petrovic make a blunder. Not gonna lie, this felt like it was against the runner play. I thought we've been the better team so far. Chavez. William Power. Voldemort, Bowen, power. Oh, the build-up play, but Juan Garcia is insane. Chavez sees Bowen. And now the link up. Back for Jared Bowen. It's brilliantly done. And Bowen made that look so easy. You know what, boys? I've got to give Chavez credit. He has controlled this midfield. And then he can play passes like that to Voldemort, who couldn't get through. But Chavez, man, he's put in a good shift. Oh, no, we've let Lukaku through. What's Lukaku doing at Barca, first of all? Voldemort in a bit of space here. This is nice. He tries to square it. That was so bad. Maybe instead of looking for a cam, the dodginess in this team lies in that striker position. We weren't happy with Castellanos. And now I'm not happy with Voldemort either. I know you guys in the comments kept telling me that I shouldn't have rushed with the Castellanos decision. And now I'm also having second thoughts, man. But there isn't much we can do. Let's focus on trying to make a comeback here. It's looking really tough though, because Barcelona, when they keep the ball, you really can't do much. And full time, we do take a massive L in the Champions League. This has kind of given me a reality check. I really don't know how we're going to go all the way in the Champions League and win it. Wait a minute. I thought Pablo Felipe was going to be back from his injury. Instead, he's now got an ACL injury. That is so brutal. He's out for basically 7 months. That means he's not going to be playing a single more game in this series. And we're left with having just Voldemort up top. Forget a cam, boys. I think this money now needs to go into bringing in a striker. And you know what, boys? I think I need to swallow my pride and bring back the Argentinian Valentin Castellanos. One bad season from him and I lost trust in him. I think we need him back, even if it's to be back up to Voldemort. But actually, I feel he could provide something different to our attack. And especially with Pablo Felipe now gone, I think our money needs to go here. Plus, I don't think he's had a good time at Liverpool. We could get a discounted deal at 40 million. And looks like, yeah, 43.5 million. That's perfect. I made a mistake and you guys let me know, but I am now repenting for that. We're offering Castellanos a contract to return home. And of course, he's accepted it. This is where he played his best football. Valentin Castellanos is coming home to West Ham. Meanwhile, boys, we've done the main job in the Champions League. Top 8 has been secured, which means we'll be going directly to the round of 16. And that also means transfer window has shut. This is going to be the final squad we rock in this West Ham series. The only question is, can it help us win the Champions League or not? And looks like the push begins now. Champions League knockout football. To be honest, I'm not too worried about the team adapting to knockout football. It's like, don't forget, we won the Conference League before. We did get to the quarters of the Europa League last season. We know how to play knockout football. Chavez now driving the ball forward. I'm really liking this. He still keeps going. Chavez looking for Jared Bowen here. Inside, goes for goal, and that was a rocket. It's coming in. It's a dangerous one, and Porto could have easily equalized there. This is where we need to figure out game management. We're leading in this knockout game away from home. We don't need to mess this up. I can't lie, boys. Second half, Castellanos is pressing. That could really end up helping us. Not gonna lie, I made probably the worst decision of this series by selling Castellanos. Even the chairman warned me not to. But I've learned my mistake now, and look at Castellanos helping the team out here with a good pass. Now it's Chavez trying to find Castellanos. Didn't work. Oh, that's good defending from Levi Colwill. No Lenny Yoro, so Colwill's going to have to take responsibility. And this is where Castellanos shines, drifting wide, creating chances. We know he's not really the best goal scorer, but he can help create chances for everyone else. William Power finding space, cleared away. Jared Bowen again finding space. Oh, that was really good. What a save. And now we can use it in attack as Castellanos is through on goal. What a chance here. Nope. Oh, his finish wasn't good enough. No way has Porto just broken through there. Declan Rice. If there was ever a contender for moment of the season, that was Declan Rice giving it everything. And to youth, looking for the back post of Jared Bowen. He controlled that well, but he's taken down and the ref gives a penalty. Bro, the Porto player has lost his mind. Okay, I'm doing a VAR check. That was never a penalty, bro. But in the 90th minute, if we score this penalty, Jared Bowen stepping up, I think it's over. Porto are getting knocked out. Bowen, you've got to clutch up here. Slot this one home. He does. West Ham are now surely through to the quarterfinals. And I told you, boys, that first leg result was too strong. We keep marching on. Now, in the quarterfinals, we've drawn Chelsea. And to be honest, looking at all the other clubs, this does look like an okay-ish draw. Then I look at the Premier League table. It's Chelsea second. And we've completely fallen off in 8th. And I'm so unsure what should we do in the striker spot. Is it Voldemort or Castellanos? Who do we play? for this first leg, I have made my call. Voldemort is starting. I feel like against Chelsea, we could hurt them with crosses and set pieces. Marcus Thuram coming at us. Good defending from Colwell. He stepped up big time with Yoro leaving. Oh, we've got a free kick in a really good spot. And look who's standing on it. Declan Rice. Remember the free kicks he scored in real life. If he can do something special here, that would be ridiculous. Declan Rice, that wasn't far off. Bit of a problematic situation as Thuram is going through and Petrovic big save. I don't want to jinx it, but we're so lucky this season. Petrovic hasn't had any injury niggles. And oh, we could concede there. We don't. Chavez now with some really good dribbling as he looks for Somerville, who could now attack the Chelsea defense. And that's what he's done. Looking to play a cross, but that's the worst cross I've ever seen. Marcus Thuram breaking through. And Bremer, he's been so good, man. Uh-oh, this is bad. Chelsea have gone through with João Pedro. I'm trying to push him off the ball. Levi Colwill clears it away. You know what? I'm gonna have to make some changes. Voldemort is not really performing. We need the goals at this stage. Castellanos is coming on. You know what? A 0-0 at Stamford Bridge wouldn't be the end of the world. But here's an opportunity for us to sneak away with the win. Declan Rice, I see that run from Somerville. He controls it well on the volley. How is that saved? The things I would do right now for a set-piece goal. We do put it in. It's decent. Levi Colwell. Oh, my days. That is what you need in the Champions League. Moments like that can get you the trophy. But oh, Chelsea have upped the intensity. Oh, we've got to defend. Levi Colwell is back doing his job. And wait a minute. Chelsea have pumped everybody forward, and that's left Chavez completely through on goal. If he scores this year, could be massive, and Chavez does it. Chelsea cannot believe what's hit them. We may have secured the tie at the death here. They overcommitted. Bro, this literally reminds me of what Chelsea did to Barcelona back in 2012. And I guess the decision to make Chavez the main man has paid off here. In the second leg now, we did lose to Chelsea, but that goal from Chavez at the end was the difference. Oh, but this is where the Champions League gets serious. We've drawn PSG, and I'm looking at their team. Desiree Doué, Kvicha, Ousmane Dembele. That is their front line. Players like Pierre-Emerick, João Neves, Vitinha. Of course, don't forget Lenny Yoro as well. He chose PSG over us. Now, against PSG, I don't think Voldemort is the right choice from the get-go. I do feel like Castellanos' pressing could be huge. I do feel like so far in the Champions League, we've had a pretty easy run. But that's about to change now. PSG are as tough as an opponent can get. Oh, Bremer, what a challenge that was. How was the referee giving that a foul? Okay, I see how this game is going to be like. PSG, okay. Out wide here for Vitinha as Wan-Bissaka is trying to catch up to him. Cross comes in. It's a dangerous one. And we're so lucky that went wide. Liam Power looking for Declan Rice, who's broken through. Declan tries to get the shot off, but he couldn't. Declan again. Looking for Bowen. Seeing the run of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's going to put this one back in. Declan Rice should have scored that. Oh, PSG are on the charge here as Wan-Bissaka does so smartly there to just push off Kvicha. I got to also give a bit of credit to Wan-Bissaka. Throughout the series, he's been in the team from day one. I guess the most underrated player of our squad. We're now on the attack here with Somerville. What can he conjure up? Let's see. Some good bit of link-up play. Back for Somerville, who finds space, and that is brilliant football. The way Somerville there used Chavez to just open up a little bit of space, and then the finish. Oh, we've completely been opened up, but Petrovic is always there to save us. Guys, it's so obvious that PSG are overcommitting players, and that has now led to Declan Rice going completely through on goal. He took a heavy touch, but the rebound was in his favor. 2-0 up against PSG. This is exactly the reason we've brought back Declan Rice for. Oh, that's a lovely cross. I couldn't do anything there. João Neves, what a goal. But we still have the advantage. It's 2-1. I want to try and get our 2-goal cushion back. Or maybe we're going to get it now because Chavez has capitalized on a mistake here. Still Chavez going for the cheeky chip. That was beautiful. The composure there from our wonder kid. Reiko Chavez, the bold decision we made that, yes, the kid is ready for these big games. And look what he's showing. And this now means for the second leg, we're taking a massive 3-1 advantage. And for the second leg, we do have a few tired legs because, hey, this is the business end of the season. I guess we can play Todibo, and I'm thinking Tyler Dibbling because Somerville looks exhausted. Up top again, I think I want Castellanos just because we've got such a big lead. We need runners. As long as we score the first goal here, I think we've booked our spot in the Champions League final. We got William Power taking this set piece, and you never know because Levi Colwell, he's done it again. I don't think PSG are coming back from a 4-1 deficit. Not gonna lie, boys, William Power has become insane on on set pieces. What a delivery. And also, what a header from Levi. Now, PSG were able to get a draw from this game, but I told you it wasn't enough. 5-3 on aggregate, which means West Ham are going to be playing a Champions League final. Of course, guys, the final boss had to be Real Madrid. It always is. Before that, by the way, the Premier League season has come to an end, and I genuinely can't believe we finished 8th. But hey, since it's my last season, I don't really care all that much. I just want that Champions League trophy. But saying that, man, over these 4 seasons, we've built a ridiculous team, but I'm seeing a couple of injuries here. Bremer, a lateral collateral ligament injury, and Diouf as well. Both of them are out for the final. Okay, for Diouf, we've got Scarls who'll have to play, but this is a 23-year-old kid, just 75 rated. For Bremer, I'm fine with Todibo, but honestly, what even is our luck? Injuries like this before a Champions League final? Hey, I mean, I guess we should be just happy that Petrovic isn't injured. Stats-wise, though, things have been super even. Voldemarte, I guess in the games we simmed, he really performed well. 24 goals this season. Somerville and Bowen doing their trick. Big question for me in this final now? Who do I start between Voldemarte and Castellanos? I am kind of tempted to start Castellanos. We're going to need his energy against Real Madrid. Oh, man, look at the players walking out for Madrid. There's Kylian Mbappe, Vinny Jr. But you know what? We've spent 4 seasons developing this West Ham team. We are ready for this big moment. And don't forget, guys, there's going to be no do-overs. We lose this Champions League final. The series ends with us not having won Europe's most elite club competition. And I really don't want to end this series without it. Defensively is what I'm really worried. But, oh, there we see a nutmeg on Declan Rice. And now Fede Valverde striking it. Are you joking? That is the most Valverde goal ever. And we're 1-0 down to Madrid. Nah, man, this is not how I want this West Ham series to end. I feel like we've built a team worthy to win the Champions League. But this is where we need to prove ourselves. Okay, on the breakaway here, Chavez sees the pass for Jared Bowen. That was really nice. Bowen brings it inside. Looks for Chavez. Oh, no, he put it wide. For a second, I thought that was going top bins. Second half, boys, I feel like I need changes. Do I just be super aggressive? Bowen up top. We sub off Castellanos for Tyler Dibbling. This could be an idea we try out, because I'm not happy with both Voldemarte and Castellanos. Let's try this out for the next 30 minutes or so before we just go to Voldemarte. And here's Somerville, who's managed to break through. I'm really liking this. Somerville needs to keep hold of the ball. Oh, pen! Ref! He didn't call a pen. Okay, Chavez now has it. He could see that pass for Somerville, and this is the moment we're waiting for. Somerville, let's go. We're back in the game. Once again, Chavez carving open that pass. Somerville then doing the rest. But now we got to keep our composure, boys. 1-1 as Declan Rice is on, and he's getting fouled. And oh, that is cynical from Real Madrid. Send him off. It's only a yellow. Do you know what? Maybe with William Power, I could put in a good delivery into the box. That could lead to something. You never know. That's the worst delivery I've ever seen. William Power now driving it forward. What can he do? He has to slow things down. But he sees a pass out wide for Somerville, who sees Scarls making a run. Now Jared Bowen. Oh, that was perfect. I thought that was it. Could we now do something brazy with the set piece? William Power is on it. Decent amount of power. It's going in for Levi Colwell. Not this time. Chavez. Bowen, seeing the run of Tyler Dibbling, the unlikely hero. Possibly. Not yet, though. But Tyler Dibbling has gone through, and he can't be the hero. I honestly don't think I've played a Champions League final this intense. One moment could change everything. And there's the pass for Tyler. Tyler Dibbling. He somehow managed to scuff it home. I can't believe it's Dibbling who ends up being the hero. That might be one of the craziest ways to win the Champions League. And also Chavez, the way he released that ball. And I don't know how this finish ended up going in. Hit Courtois on his back. And the ref blows the final whistle. The Hammers have conquered the Champions League. 4 seasons with West Ham, from relegation fodder to now seeing Bowen lift the Champions League. We've done our job beautifully. Officially, I can say that we've completed the rebuild of West Ham. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. What's next? All I'm gonna say is that it's time for the top cookies.